I gotta be honest with you. So, to be completely frank, it is push day, it is chest day, and while most people actually enjoy a push day or a chest day, today is one of those days where I'm gonna be honest, I don't really feel like going to the gym. However, I have a goal in mind, and despite me not feeling like going, that doesn't mean I'm gonna just abandon my goal and abandon everything I worked hard for. The gym is going to be difficult sometimes. There's going to be moments when you don't feel like going. And those are the moments you can really test yourself on your discipline and see how well you're dialed in and how efficiently you can get through a workout when you're not feeling your best. Today is one of those moments where I feel a little bit extra tired and I'm a little exhausted from the night before and didn't really feel like I got enough rest, but I'm going to try to make it work. You got to find a way to push through even on the days you don't feel like going. So without further ado, and with that being said, it's time to hit the gym, get this show going, no more dilly-dallying, and let's dial in for today. A little bit of motivation for the lift for today. It is currently 3:58 in the morning. So back to what I was saying earlier, there's going to be moments when you don't feel like hitting the gym and you're not at your top tier and you don't feel like your absolute best. And that's totally fine. It happens to the best of us. However, in my opinion, I believe those workouts are the best and end up becoming the best workouts you've ever had when you don't feel like going to the gym, because it really shows your level of discipline and you feel more proud being able to go to the gym when you're not feeling great or when you're feeling a little funky or down in the dumps. And you can feel more accomplished in yourself and feel like you did something great and you earned it, you know, and you got through it. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as it seemed, because motivation runs out. And that's the one thing you have to remember and remind yourself, is that eventually motivation will only last so long. You cannot rely heavily on just motivation. This is where the discipline and the consistency and the routine of it all comes into play. And these are the moments when you have to prove that to yourself. It's so easy to stay motivated and go to the gym when the motivation is there and you're feeling good. The real routine and the real discipline and consistency comes into effect on the days you don't feel like being there. And this could be for any reason. This could be because you had a bad day at work, or you're not feeling too well emotionally, or you're just having a bad day overall, or you're just tired or fatigued, whatever the case may be. If you can find a way to still hit the gym and get that shit done when you're feeling that way, it really just goes to show you do want it that badly and you're willing to do anything in your power to get it done. And that's inspiring, and you should be proud of yourself for those days that you can. Give yourself a little pat on the back when you have days like that. If you're feeling like shit and you don't feel great and you go to the gym still and you still lift and try to put in 100% of your effort, that is something to be proud of and to congratulate yourself for. Little milestones like that are worthy of celebrating. Now, I'm not saying celebrate by eating a fucking 2x2 from In-N-Out or go to Cane's and get a Caniac combo. That's not what I'm saying. Don't reward yourself in that sense, but pat yourself in the back, give yourself a round of applause for coming to the gym and being able to get that shit done when you feel like absolute dog shit, you know? One of my favorite quotes is, pain is part of the recipe for success. And it's moments like that when you're not feeling the best when you should definitely take that quote and that mindset into consideration, because you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be the person that only works out and lifts weights when things are going good and things are easy. Anybody can do that. The ultimate test to see if you actually want it that badly and you're willing to overcome any obstacle comes into play when you're able to do it when you don't feel your best and the days you don't want to be here. And people might not see your work or your efforts, and that's okay. This isn't for other people. This is for you. You're doing this for you. You know, what you do at 5 in the morning matters. What you do after work matters. When you're here on the weekend and everyone else is out partying and drinking, that matters. Don't be like the rest and don't be like everybody else. If you want to change your physique, if you want to be a bodybuilder, be a bodybuilder. If you want to become this fitness person who does like these marathons or does all this CrossFit stuff or lifting like crazy strongman competitions, things like that, go for it. Don't let anybody stop you or tell you otherwise that you can't do it. If that's something you want to pursue it. And even on the days you don't feel like going to the gym, those days matter just like everything else. Everything that you do matters. Every meal, every rep, everything that you do in the gym and out of the gym matters, and it's one step closer to your goal. A lot of people don't understand it, and it's definitely a lifestyle. That doesn't mean you have to conform yourself to other people's needs or views. If there's people around you who aren't into fitness or don't feel like tracking calories or working out, that's completely fine. However, if you're trying to get into the gym and change your physique and accomplish certain goals or tasks, you shouldn't let anybody stop you from doing that. If that's what you want to do, go for it and chase it. Don't ever conform or change the way you want to live your life just because other people might not agree or understand it. If you want to wake up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. and go to the gym early, eat some bland chicken every day and eat the same meals every day and, train consistently, don't ever feel like you have to change that just because other people might judge you for it, or they might say that, don't you ever get tired of eating chicken and rice all the time, or don't you ever get tired of, not living life? If that's the way you want to live life, then live life that way. Chase your dreams and become the best version of yourself you can possibly be. But I digress. Everybody's different. It's not meant for everybody, and it might not be for you. But if you're watching this video, it probably is something you're considering or thinking about. So we are here. It is currently 4:09 a.m. The parking lot doesn't look too crowded, which is great. Hopefully we can snag a Smith and get everything set up for the day. Despite me not feeling the best right now, we are going to get this workout in and get an amazing pump. I'm going to finish my beverage real quick, and once I'm done, I'm going to head inside, film the sets and all that. You already know this whole spiel. And then going to show the pump and the progression, and that'll be that. Alrighty, I'll see y'all afterwards. So that wraps up today's workout. As you can tell by the footage, the pump was just immaculate today. We got a solid ass pump, looking huge and still staying lean as we're slowly building more size. Like I said, my goal is to get to 200 pounds. You guys already know this. And right now I weighed myself this morning, actually. I'm weighing 180 pounds. So we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good in terms of building size and mass. Overall, it's been a great journey so far. I'm really excited for this summer, and I'm really excited to see what the year brings me as I continue to go about this progress. The gym was relatively empty today. It wasn't too crowded, which was awesome. And despite me not wanting to come today and me just not really feeling great overall, I'm glad that I did. It's always the workouts you dread the most, or the ones where you don't want to show up, that end up being some of the best, most productive workouts I've ever had. It's always nice to be able to come to the gym and just have a great experience and just feel good afterwards. I also got my cardio and my steps in for today. I always try to aim for at least 3 miles, but they always say 10,000 steps for the average person. That's roughly 4.5 to 5 miles a day. So, for me, I try to get at least 3 miles a day seems doable for me. Other than that, though, that pretty much wraps it up. Happy Monday. I know Mondays are not really the best day of the week, but happy Monday to everybody. Hope you guys are having a great start to your week. I'm gonna go home, get some food in me, edit this little guy together, shower, change, get ready for work, all that jazz. Tomorrow is back day. No promises or guarantees on a video, but we'll see if we'll film one. And until then, I'll catch you on the next one. Alrighty.